Hi there, my name is Jason Tait. I am the head coach of Southwest Swim, and if you didn't know about us, Southwest Swim is a Swim Smooth certified coaching company, and we are based in Swindon and the wonderful lakes of the Cotswolds down in the southwest of England. This video here is our introduction and education video for week 8's swim at home sessions. Yep, we've been going for now 8 weeks on these, so I hope you've been enjoying them. If it's your first one, the others are available for download on our website. Okay, so have a look at those. But they are sessions basically designed for those swimming in a tethered pool or those swimming in an endless pool environment, and we work them out to be a little bit of a hit session with a technical focus as well. They are very modular as well, so you can take this as a template, change it around a little bit, add rest in, take rest away for a harder set, increase swim times, etc. So there's really much a template for you to basically give you an idea of how you can make those tethered swims or endless swims a little bit more enjoyable, because you are just swimming and looking at the bottom of the pool and not moving anywhere. So our aim is to give you some ideas to build your technique, build your fitness, and make those sets a little bit more interesting for you to do. Okay, so week 8 session. Today our technical focus is in the lines of alignment and rotation in the stroke, and just making you a lot more streamlined in those areas in the water. They are quite hard to do for some of the drills that we are doing in a tethered pool, okay? But if you can do them in the tethered pool, you will nail them in a normal pool in the open water when you eventually get to one of those environments. The kit we need today, or I would advise today, a pool buoy, okay? A centre snorkel, okay? So remember the centre snorkel tips we did a few weeks back? That will be helpful today actually, because using your snorkel and getting the rotation into your stroke would be quite worthwhile. And I'll run through that tip very quickly shortly. And optional kit if you've got a pair of paddles. Okay, I'll give you some ideas where you can use your paddles to actually enhance part of the later set, the fitness building aspect of that. Alright, so first of all we're going to work our warm-up. So what I want you to do is a dry side warm-up, just running on the spot, etc. High leg lifts, so you're lifting your knee up, okay, and just getting those joints lubricated, some leg swings and some arm swings. Feel free to have a quick jog around your garden, but just elevate that heart rate, get yourself warmed up, get those joints lubricated and ready for your swim. Then we get into the water. Now a new thing that's available from us is a video regarding acclimatizing it in colder water. We filmed it last week and it's on our YouTube channel, have a look for that. But it basically talks you through getting into a lake and the best way to do that to avoid cold water shock and enjoy your swim. Although it's based for a lake, you can actually do this in the pool as well. So have a look for that video. I'll probably put the link in the session for you as well to make it easy, so you can just click that one. But I'll warm up in the pool. What we're going to do is to get in, and we're going to do 1 2-minute easy swim. Nice and easy, no effort level whatsoever. Keep your breathing under control, and if you're breathing through a snorkel, remember to try and keep that breathing pattern as it would be normally. So what I mean by that is if you're breathing every 3, then use that pattern in your centre snorkel. So you take a breath in here, and then 1 2 3, and then you'd be breathing in on that side as well. So you can get your timing pretty much up together on that side as well. So 1 2-minute swim at a very easy pace. Then what I want you to do is 1 2-minute swim at a more moderate intensity pace, okay? And what I want you to do on that one as well is count your strokes, okay? So count your strokes, and then you can see 2 minutes equals 120 strokes. You know you're swimming 60, in that effort you've swum 60 strokes every minute. And if you haven't got a watch, that will give you some good idea of how many strokes to do for the time swims we're doing later on, okay? And then what I want you to do, apologies for just reading this and making sure, because I've rewritten this a little bit, 2 lots of 1-minute swim at a fast pace, okay? And again, count your strokes, see what the difference is between the moderate swim and the fast swim. And that will also give you an idea of how many strokes you're taking. You can take an average if you want to on there. So 2 lots of 1-minute swim, and what we're doing, we're taking 30 seconds rest in between these. There's no defined rest, but 30 seconds, try and stick to that. No more than a minute though. So if you need a little bit extra rest, try and go no more than a minute's worth of rest in total between each of these blocks. And then we're going to do 4 lots of 30 seconds, okay, at a super fast pace. So 30 seconds of really fast swim, 30 seconds rest in between each one, and that's 4 lots of that one. And then we're just going to do finishing off with another 2-minute easy swim. So we kind of relax it all back down again. We try and get our breathing in focus and just bring that down, ready for our technique block, which is coming up as the next part. Take another minute's rest between this before we move on to our main set and that technique work. And make sure you've got all your kit ready that you need to use, and also hydrate. So remember to have that drink next to you so you can hydrate. Well, especially if the sun's out, okay, you don't want to dehydrate during the session. Right, so part 1, we're going to start with our rotation technique and feel. So when we swim, we want to be thinking about rotating from the shoulders and the hips, and we don't want to over rotate, so we're not coming to here every time we rotate. It's just about a angle like so. So we're rocking backwards and forwards. 45 to 60 degrees from shoulder to shoulder is where we're looking at getting that rotation. These drills are going to help with that, okay? So first of all, we want to extend our core and get a nice long body position. So we are going to do what we call a torpedo kick or a streamline kick. Let me just kneel down a second. So that basically means our arms are in this position, and all we're going to do is kick. Simple as that. Make sure your toes are pointed, you're engaging your core and reaching upwards. You want that feeling of being long in the water, okay? Like you're standing on tiptoes and reaching to the ceiling of a really tall ceiling, basically. All right, so we're lengthening ourselves out. Nice kick from the hips with a slight bend at the knee and loose ankles, toes pointed. So that plantar flex position. That's going to make us as long as possible. We're going to do 1 minute of that drill straight into 1 minute of swim. On each of these swim exercises, I want you to think about the core skill you've just done. So on that first one, for example, we're going to be thinking about reaching forward in that stroke and reach forward. So notice as I'm demonstrating this swim, my front of the stroke is always moving. I'm reaching, and that's going to give me rotation, and it's keeping my body long. But I'm not gliding. I don't want to do this. Okay, because that introduces dead spots in your stroke. With a tethered pool, you probably notice your stroke rate is a little bit faster, because if you do that bump to there, your tether will stretch, and then you may find yourself moving backwards. If you overglide, so we call that process an overglide in swim smooth terms. If you're overgliding your normal stroke, that's effectively what's happening. You're putting in effort to push, and you're gliding, you're actually slowing down. So keep that front of the hand moving and doing something productive at all times. And productive could mean coming in, reaching over and grabbing the water to get that catch. But try to get out of the habit of gliding if you do that, okay? So 1 minute of drill, 1 minute of swim, 1 minute of rest. Reduce your rest period to 30 seconds or 20 seconds if you want a harder set. But we're technically focused here, so it's not that hard to do. So yeah, mix your rest periods up. I'd suggest 1 minute for those beginners who want that reset. 30 seconds if you want to bang out the set and make it a little bit harder for you, okay? The second drill we're going to do, we're definitely going to need our pull buoy, okay? We're going to put our pull buoy between our legs, so in the thighs, like so, okay? And this is a variation of a drill called 6-5-6. Okay, so 6-5-6 is basically 6 kicks on your side and 5 strokes. So we're going to be working bilaterally on our breathing as well. With the pull buoy in, what I want you to do, I call this drill glide 5 glide. Okay, this is where we're going to have our pull buoy in, and we're going to take 5 strokes. Very purposeful, getting the rotation feel. 3, 4, 5. And then I hold that position on my side. This arm is out front, and I'll explain arm position in a second. And we're just going to glide for a very quick count of 2 or 3. Now remember previously I told you not to overglide. So This is where you're going to potentially feel why I've told you not to do that. Because as you glide, your tether's going to pull you back because you're not doing anything, okay? You're not propelling yourself forward. But the purpose of this drill is just to get you balance, your balance aligned on your side. The pull buoy is going to make it a little bit harder to get those hips round. And so we just want to feel that, which is why we're only doing it for a quick count of 2 or 3. I want you to feel the balance. Middle finger in line with your shoulder, rotated on your side. If you're using a snorkel for these exercises, always keep your head down. If you're not using a snorkel, keep your head down when you're in that glide position and take your breath just before you enter the next phase of a glide. So we enter just before we hold that position on our side. Okay. 1 minute of drill, 1 minute of swim, 1 minute of rest. Again, reduce the rest as you need to. Last drill in this sequence is a 6-3-6. Exactly the same as we just done without the pull buoy. We're going to be taking 3 strokes. 1, 2, 3. We rotate onto our side and we kick for 6 kicks or a count of 6, whatever's easiest for you to do. Then we take 3 strokes and we basically go to the other side and we're the same. Okay, so 6-3-6 drill. So this is 1 minute of drill, 1 minute of swim, and again your 1 minute of rest. Then I want you to repeat that session through again. Those drills through, repeat it 1 more time. If you wanted a shorter set, just do it once. Okay, so just go through them once. If you wanted a longer set, 3 times, I've written the session as twice through in total. Alright? And that's our technique block done. So we should start to feel a nice rotation through the stroke. Then we're going to move on to our fitness building set. Now this is nice and simple. Basically a very quick hit session. This is again another popular thing that we do. My kids specifically like this one, and you can vary it up and from 2 minutes down to 1 minute 30, etc. in swim time. We're going to do the 1 minute 30 version. Okay, so this is on blocks of basically 1 minute 30. So we're turning around on 1:30. What we are going to do, you'll see it in the set, so do it as written. We're going to do 1 minute of swim, 30 seconds rest. Our next lot of swim is going to be 1 minute 10 of swim, 20 seconds rest. 1 minute 20 for our next one and 10 seconds of rest, and then a 1 minute 30 swim. We're going to rest for 30 seconds and then we're going to do that all again, okay? Starting at our 1 minute 30, 1:10, 20, etc. Alright, so it's a really, really good session. Short swims, so lots of effort going on. What I want you to try and do is build the effort from a sort of 80% level through to 100% when you're doing that 1 minute 30 swim. So we get faster. On the next set, you'll then reduce it back down and come exactly the same again. Very, very good set. We're going to do that 3 times through altogether, okay? And why 3 times through? Well, you can mix it up. What we can do is, you could do front crawl for the first one, breaststroke for the second, and fly for the third. So if you're a club swimmer and a multi-stroke swimmer, you can do all of those front strokes. You could even do backstroke if you wanted to. Backstroke's a little bit harder in a tethered pool, but more than possible if you're a backstroker. So you could even do a medley and do that 4 times through, right? Remember, it's just ideas, it's your template. Or if you're just a front crawl swimmer, what we could do is 1 minute with pull buoy and paddles. Okay, so the first block, pull buoy and paddles. The second block, just with our pull buoy, and the last block as a normal swim. Remember, it's a template, mix it up as you feel fit. There's suggestions in the session of how to do that. And that is our main set, that's our building set over. We've done our technique, we've done our fitness build. So now we're in our cool down, okay? The cool down set is very, very simple. We're going to take 120 strokes, we're going to run through it 3 times. 120 strokes. By that, remember, I mean 1, 2, 3. We're counting every arm. We're going to start at 120 and we're going to reduce our effort level every 20 strokes. Okay? So the first time we go through, we're going to start really fast and we're going to reduce it down to probably a sort of 85% level. The second time through, we start at that same level, so our starting pace is slightly slower where we left off, and we reduce it down further. Okay, so on our third set, we should be looking at doing sort of 70% effort all the way through to a nice, easy cool down for at least 60 strokes of that part. And that's it, we're done. So a nice productive session again. work rotation and alignment and body balance in our technique area, and a nice quick sprint hit session main set, so in part 2, and then still a productive cool down. Now throughout the whole swim, in the main set and the cool down, I still want you to be thinking about all of the drills you've done in that technique session, thinking about the rotation from the hips and the shoulders. Alright? If you feel you need to have a cool down after that, feel free to do a 5-10 minute swim thereafter. Remember your dry side stretches after that as well on dry land. Okay, so just stretch out and ease off those muscles. And that is week 8. So I hope you're going to enjoy it. Let me know your comments and feedback as usual. The session again is free of charge, but if you wanted to leave us a voluntary contribution, again feel free. That's in the session plan. Thank you to all those that are contributing and giving us feedback. It is much appreciated. But the session's there for your use regardless. On Saturday we are going to run another Swim at Home live set. So if you can join us, book onto the system with that. There's links on our Facebook page. Just search Facebook Southwest Swim and we'll come up. Have a look at the links to that page. There's an event in our Facebook diary as well. Click on the link, sign up via our system, and we'll do a Zoom session where we coach you live as a group, doing a similar session to what we've done today. It will be different. We use the Saturday session as a baseline to the following week's session. So those that joined us last Saturday will obviously know a little bit of this set because it's virtually the same. We've just tweaked it around a little bit and added some extra bits in. Hope you enjoy. I'll stop waffling on now and I'll let you go and enjoy the session, enjoy the sunshine. Hopefully it will stay nice and sunny for the weekend. So have fun, and I hope to see you on Saturday. If not, I'll see you next Tuesday for our next live session. Sorry, our next Swim at Home session. See you later. Bye bye.